Now, there is this really stupid theory, not theory, really stupid statement that was passed around by, I believe it was in the Telegram. I want to say it was in the Telegram for Vance. If I can find it there, I will show it. Where they say the reason why they didn't open source the project is because they don't have source code. Now, anybody who has done any sort of development knows that is the stupidest statement that you've ever heard, because there is no physical way that you can make a coding project without having source code. It may not have been the Telegram. Was it on the Twitter? They posted it somewhere. So they basically said, we can't release the Vance source code because Vance doesn't have source code. What they actually meant by that is they don't have the source code in a format that is typically associated with source code. They don't have it in Java or Python or Kotlin or anything like that. That does not mean they don't have source code. It's not like they just went into the YouTube app and said, bippity boppity boo, and whoa, look, it's now Vance. No, they actually did modify the way the application works, but they weren't modifying I guess because it's an Android app, it's Java or Kotlin directly. They were modifying the bytecode. Now, these bytecode modifications, I would consider source code. I think anybody who's being honest about what's going on would consider that source code as well. Because this would be like saying that if I have, let's say I have an application written in assembly, then I say the source code doesn't exist. That would be a inaccurate statement. The source code is real. It's just written in a format that, people don't typically use for source code, especially for modern applications. But in certain contexts, let's say you're doing very low-level embedded work, or you're a game from the fucking 80s or 90s. Writing the game in assembly wasn't really, that unheard of, especially when you're trying to do things that were very, exceptional for the time. There are parts of Doom written in assembly because it was just quicker. Like, you could just optimize it more than you could optimize it in any other format. So, actually, was Doom one? I feel like Doom was part of that list. I know there are a lot of games out there which were definitely written like that, especially like if you go back far enough. But I don't know why they've sent out this really I wish I knew where they'd said it. Because I would love to show it, but people keep sending this around as if they're making some sort of actual point, when all that is being done is that Vance is playing you. Vance doesn't have source code. If I search by recent, like in the past month, NewPipe, NewPipe has source code. It's open source. Why? I should have saved it. It was on Data Hoarder. I should have saved it because... wait. Oh, wait. Code? Vance is a modified version of the official YouTube app. That's Google's code, Google's property. Everyone, lawyers. Yeah, we know that... they wouldn't be releasing YouTube source code. This is where I think they're trying to sort of push off the responsibility, not the responsibility, push off the people asking for source code, because there are a lot of stupid people out there who will just buy really dumb reasons. Because Vance is a modification of the YouTube application, they're making it seem like there's no possible way that their modifications can exist independent of the YouTube app. You don't have to release the entire YouTube source code to also release the patches they have written. Like, if you do, you've written the application in a terrible way. Like, you've written the application where it's impossible to maintain, which I really doubt. The fact that Vanced has been going on for so long, I really have my doubts that they are actually they're actually doing that in that stupid way. But the funniest thing about it is, over in the write-up here, they didn't use that really dumb explanation. They did say that they can't release the source code because making the source code available on the internet will cause serious complications for us. The reason why they can't release it is because they're probably told they'll be sued if they do that. Not because the source code doesn't exist.